Hi guys, welcome to this new episode of Inspirations. That's my podcast about knitting and yarn dyeing. So as always, it's a pleasure to be back for another episode. And if you are if we are new to the podcast, so this is a podcast about knitting, as you can see, and I won't show you my feet, but there's hand knit socks as well there. So knitting and the yarn that I dye and sell in my Etsy shop. You can find me almost everywhere as Tricot Stitch. My first name is Christelle, I'm French, and I live in France. So the podcast is uploaded to YouTube once a week on Mondays afternoon at 5 p.m. Paris time. There's a newsletter sent out every Monday at the same time, and the shop is updated every Monday afternoon with new things, unless there's a fiber festival coming up, and I will talk about that in a minute. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for being with me for another episode. So today's a bit special because you know, I'm still working out on this new organization. Some things are working really great, some things are still need to work out. I still need to work out, but yeah, this morning it's still very early, that's why it's a bit dark in there. It's 9:30 in the morning, and yeah, you know, it's winter here, and it's not really fully broad daylight until mid-morning, so still a bit dark, and it's very overcast today, but we don't care. We're in good company, and I just had to rush a bit because around here COVID is still very active, and we are having contact case all over. My son was identified as a contact last Friday, but it's been very difficult to have you know, the official testing done. So we had auto test done at home like every 2 days, so he was testing negative, so everything is okay. But I mean, I had to keep him at home, and we are also having strikes from the school teachers and school helpers. So out of 4 kids, I have 2 at home today. Would be 3, but my eldest is not at school this week. She's on a train, like not on a training, but on a observatory like week well, she chose to do it at the daycare for kids, kindergarten, not kindergarten, like daycare for kids, for babies. So she's not at school this week, so that's why she won't stay home today. But yeah, I only have 1 kid at school and Ambre at the daycare, but otherwise I have a baby Amelia with me. Well, she's not a baby anymore, she's 3. And Maxime, who is 11, who are both at home. So I wanted to film the podcast very early this morning, just to be able to do that and have that out of the way and be able to, you know, have them around. And I just got back from dropping Ambre at her like training. So that's why all the hand knits, it's pretty cold. I might keep this one. Yeah. So here's for the little chat. So yeah, working week, working fine. New organization, good. I've decided, I touched that subject a bit in the previous episodes, but I'm really intent on, you know, not overbooking myself and not you know, doing too much as I did during the autumn. And that's why there won't be another shop update for January. So I'm still here every Monday with you guys, even if there's not an associated shop update. You will still receive the newsletter, but because I'm preparing for the Fiber Festival coming up, so that's Exception Laine, It's in Val-de-Briey, which is in the east of France, near Metz, which is a big city. And it's on the 29th and 30th of January. So because I'm preparing for this fiber festival, I won't be updating the shop this month. The next shop update will be on February the 7th for the February colorway of the Stockknitters Almanac. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is that there is another fiber festival coming up mid-February. So for the time being, I'm not taking any new pre-orders or custom orders. This will resume mid-February. I think I'll have another festival coming up end of March, but I don't have all the details yet, so I will let you know. But yeah, for the time being, this is how this is going to work. And in terms of what I've planned for the Exceptionnel festival, I'm just going to show you. Perny is acting as my you know, demonstration. I will have some in very limited quantities. I will have some kits for the Westfield Wanderer by Stephen West. Just hold on one sec. Amelia, baby Amelia just woke up. All right, so I'm back. Okay, so I will have in very small quantities textured kits for the Westfield Wanderer. So that's not 7 different colors, but 7 different type of fingering weight yarn and lace weight, like Syrian silk and Mohair silk. Then I will have kits for my own design, the Réconfort Shawl. Also and then my own designs actually. So I will have 5 skeins kit for the Advent Stole La Bohème, and kits also for the Première Neige hat that I love and wear like a lot. What will I have? Oh yeah, I will have a lot of Almanac colors, not all of them because it's starting to be a lot of colors to have at each festival, but I'm going to do a selection of the most popular ones, and I have the latest ones, so definitely Lune du Loup, Cozy Season, Casse-Noisette, and then I'll have Nuit d'Hiver, Lueur, and a couple of others. And that's it basically. The February colorway for the Stockknitters Almanac will be in the shop on the 7th of February. And you will find it also in my next fiber festival. That's La Fête de la Laine in Malakoff. That's in the Parisian suburbs. And it's on the 12th and 13th of February. And that's it for the shop and yeah, shop organization and festivals. Then I wanted to show you the only work in progress on which I worked. It's my Shawlography shawl by Stephen West. And here it is, almost done. Almost, no, I'm closing in on the end of clue 3. I still have a lot in it, but yeah, making good progress. What's almost done is the brioche section. Then I will have the crisscross section, and then the border, and I will do exactly as he intended it to be, because I don't want to, you know, go in something and then I have to frog. Oh no, I don't want to have to frog. The question is, what am I going to do just after that? Well, I have my Stunning String Studio project to cast on. I didn't do that last week because I really wanted to be focused on my Shawlography. But one thing I love to do in the shop is to bring new bases. This is one of them. It's a mix of BFL and silk. It's a 150 grams skein, very big one. And it's a base I'd like to bring in the shop, but I'd like to bring it together with a new design, and I'm thinking a one skein lacy shawl. I'm already having some ideas. I'm, you know, browsing through my my preferred stitch dictionary, and still I identified some potential clients. Yeah, I have ideas. I really want to do something with this. It's It's not a regular colorway, it's a colorway that I call épuisement because it's a colorway that I dye using all the leftover dyes from the previous dyeing session, so it's not repeatable. But I think this one came out beautifully, and yeah, and I think the base takes the dye very nicely. It's gorgeous. So this might just be my next my next project. So this week's episode is going to be very short, but what I'm telling myself is better to show up, even if it's short, than not show up at all. So you will see me next week as well. I still have something I wanted to show you guys. It's a new book I bought. And you might ask, Christelle, do you really need another book about sock knitting? I would like, well, yeah, I do actually. I do, because look at who's the author. Like, I completely have room in my library for a book on socks by Cookie A, okay? I so desperately want to hear what she has to say about sock knitting and sock knitting design. Actually, there's a part about design in there, and about how she works and all. And it's I'm really happy I found this book. It was, you know, it's a used book I got for close to nothing, and such a good buy. I mean, look at that. You have her own sketches to explain how she works. I think it's just perfect. It's perfect. I really love the design. There was one, I love this one. There was a pattern I chose from the Sock Knitters Almanac last year in September with the monkey socks, which is one of the most popular pattern ever, I think. One she published in Knitty a while ago, was 2006, I think. And yeah, I'm not really familiar with her work. I mean, not in the details, but I'm really admirative of what she does, and I want to get more familiar with what she does. So that was the perfect occasion, actually. So yeah, new addition to my library. Couldn't be more happy about, and I can't wait. I have not read it yet, just browsed it very quickly, and I can't wait to, you know, have a moment and with a cup of tea and see what there's inside, and knit maybe a couple of socks as well. Yeah, I wish I could. Don't have much time though. I didn't make any progress on my intersection socks this week, although I'd like very much for them to be complete by my Fiber Festival, my Shawlography as well, but might be too much to hope for. And I still have, you know, on my desk, looking at me, like my Skeins by Standing String Studio, waiting to be caked up and cast on. Might just do that as well. Just contemplating the options for the time being, happily knitting on my Shawlography and projecting myself happily in the next step. So that's it for this week, guys. Very, very short episode, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. I'll be happy to see you next Monday, so take care and have a lovely week. Bye!